That one felt good. That one felt right on the money for me. I don't know about you guys.
I sounded great on my end. And this entire podcast, Voluntary Viewing episode 158, recorded on September 27th, 2021, is gonna sound great. Because on the podcast today, we're gonna have a man who's about to define what tripping is. Because after that Packers game, I don't know if I actually know what tripping is. Andrew, can you help me out?
That was tripping.
Yeah.
That what you saw, that play that was called tripping,
Yeah.
that was tripping. Like
You saw Adrian Amos clearly intentionally stick his foot out to trip the quarterback.
If you go Dick Dastardly mode and just fucking stick your leg across to the knees of another person to make them fall down, that's tripping. It's one of those weird calls, kind of like holding, where it happens all the time and it's super ticky-tacky. And so when it gets called, it's kind of like, well, people are sticking their legs into other people's legs all the time to try to get them to fall down. It's just like, you can't tackle someone with the lower part of your body, basically. Mm-hmm. I do kind of want to see someone do like a drop kick. Not to drop kick their feet into someone, but to like get that little extra edge, like they're sliding into third base.
Yeah.
And just full on dive, but feet first, and just take a dude's ankles out. But yeah, no, that's tripping. The thing is, though, Preston Smith had a very obvious also tripping against the running back earlier in the game, and that wasn't called.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Look, by the end of the game, for some reason the refs just decided, let's get the 49ers to win.
Yeah, no, it was an awful second half of the game officiating. Like, it was fucking terrible.
Rarely, say, oh, wow, the refs were really one-sided. I usually try to be like they just sucked them both ways. And, there was a couple calls that the Packers benefited from, but Jesus Christ, was that a hit job, in favor of the 49ers that game. Mm-hmm. That was wild.
The no late hit call, the no grounding call, that stupid ass roughing the passer call on Jair. It was just already in the air before the ball left his hand, and then also just brushed his arm against him. Jimmy G didn't even try to sell it. He just kind of
he knew it wasn't rough.
He just staggered a little bit, and then she's like, "Yep, I was touched by a human." That's
by a tiny little defensive back who I outweigh by 30 pounds. Yeah, and the pass interference on Eric Stokes.
That one,
he was just like, "Oh, what?"
I remember
genuinely shocked.
The announcers trying to kind of justify it, well, he didn't avoid contact. He's like, the guy just didn't catch the ball and then fell down, and Eric Stokes also kind of fell into him afterwards.
Chris Collinsworth, by the end, they started, defending it, and then the, replays kept going, and by the end, Chris Collinsworth was kind of like, I don't like that one. And
now there's a guy who didn't commit pass interference.
And the fucking referee expert, when they were talking about the Devontae bullshit, they were just like, that's just... Boy, I don't agree with the way the league has decided to position these referees.
Yeah, they're standing in the wrong spot.
That was gonna be my intro for you, Ryan.
Oh, sorry.
A man. No, you're fine. A man who was going to explain why an attempted assassination isn't a penalty in the NFL if the refs don't see it live. For some reason,
the answer is it should be, and there should absolutely be a video ref who just watches replays and looks for player safety penalties.
Oh, you just tried to kill that guy.
Yeah. Whoa, that was one of the most brutal fucking assassination attempts in the NFL. Probably should be at least a 15-yard penalty and almost certainly an ejection. Okay, but we're scared that wide receivers use the back judge to screen defenders, so we're just going to have him miss blatant penalties now. That's the new rule.
The funniest part of that No, so I maybe I should say the only funny part of that, because Davante Adams he said that he just took a shot to the chest and got the wind knocked out of him, but that definitely looked like a helmet went to his chin. But like, anyway,
said that shit for like head injuries for a long time.
Yeah,
Hines Ward famously back in the day took a brutal hit to the dome, was clearly concussed, but he like started holding his knee. Like even though he clearly had no injury to his knee whatsoever, but he just tried to like hold his knee so that like the trainer would look at his knee and not his head. Like, and everyone was just like, Hines, like, bro,
stop.
We all know what the fuck just went down. Like, you gotta lay off this man.
But anyway, like, the only funny part of that was the previous drive, the 49ers drive. So like 2 minutes of game time previous, maybe. Before the 49ers scored, there was a pass interference call on, I forget if it was on Devondre Campbell or on Darnell Savage or whatever, but George Kittle got chucked like 2 yards past the line of scrimmage off of his route, and he got chucked to his left into another defender that was crossing over, and the defender knocked into him. George Kittle fell down, and the defender, rolled over him. Like, okay, like 2 people got hit in the end zone. Pass interference, sure. And the announcer's like, they just tried to kill George Kittle. He's got shoved by one guy, knocked to the ground by another, and then stomped on by another defender. Like, none of those things happened. And also, they just tried to kill George Kittle. Okay. And then, 2 minutes later, Davante Adams actually tried to get taken out of the game. Jesus.
And then last but not least, I'm Lucas DeRuyter, and I like to imagine Mason Crosby on the sidelines of football games. He's called in for a field goal, takes off his little reading glasses, dog ears a page of a Ulysses paperback that he's reading, jogs onto the field, and then casually wins the game.
Yeah, that's pretty much reality.
The joke here,
Mason Crosby is not the best. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. So the joke here is that Mason Crosby, I know he's like 37, but with the salt and pepper hair already, he just looks like an old man. He looks like one of the oldest active football players right now, and he's still nailing it.
When he had his beard last year, like, just shock white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he definitely looked like hi, I'm Todd. I'm a 58-year-old man living here in Iowa, and I like smoking meats.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Give us your Crosby analysis.
He may not be the best kicker of all time, but holy shit is he up there for one of the most clutch. Like, the dude just gets called on a lot in these scenarios and just fucking delivers, man. Like, he has won so many games. I'd be curious who's, like, got the most game-winning field goals, but he's got to be top 5. Like, it's impressive. People, like, remember the famous Cowboys, like, Jared Cook sideline catch and that crazy comeback and everything like that. They don't remember the fact that was a 53-yarder. Like, that was
that's a long field goal.
No fucking chip shot that Mason Crosby just drilled through to send it to OT. And, like, same thing with this one. That was a 51-yarder. That's no fucking guarantee in an outdoor stadium. And he just fucking, like, right through the middle. There was never in doubt. The minute it went up, it was like, all right, game. Like, it almost got blocked. It almost
that was
got
very,
blocked.
very close.
Our special teams do suck, other than Mason Crosby. It almost got blocked, but the minute it got past that guy, I was like, fucking money. Like, that's easy. So
you could see it when Aaron Rodgers clocked the ball. He's like, "Yep, we just won.
Yeah, you motherfuckers, we just won. You done fricked up Juszczyk by diving in with 37 seconds left. If you would have went down at the 1, we'd probably be fucked." I was kind of... The minute Juszczyk caught that ball, I was like, get in. I was like, score it. Score it, man. Like, I was literally full Madden mode. Like, Rodgers can absolutely make this in 37 seconds. Our defense is not going to stop them on the 1. And if they trim off 10, 15 seconds, it's going to be basically impossible.
He was pretty candid about it in interviews, too. A reporter asked him, "So do you feel bad about giving the Packers that much time? Do you regret that touchdown?" And he was just like, "No, we were down by 6. I was just thinking we really need a score."
Conventional football wisdom says, you motherfucker, you better get in the end zone.
Right.
But, boy, I know there's plenty of 49ers fans that really regret him scoring there, even if it meant that they then got stuffed at the 1 yard line. Like, the pain of that, I'm sure.
37 seconds with no timeouts. That's another thing. No fucking timeouts.
Yeah, it's...
That is... Nobody outside of Packers fandom would think that, like, oh, that's enough time to mount a comeback. Like, when we did that in Dallas a couple years ago, I'm not talking about the Jared Cook touchdown or Jared Cook sideline catch. I'm talking about, like, 2016 or whenever that was.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a minute and a half, and I think we had a timeout left. Mm-hmm. And that was like, oh shit, the Cowboys just scored. Game's probably over. Packers need to come down and score a touchdown to win. That's nearly impossible. And then Aaron Rodgers did it. This was 37 seconds with no timeouts. And he chucked it twice to the middle of the field.
I mean, we have to. Yeah,
no, I just mean, like, it's not like we somehow, like, got a crazy sideline catch and then stepped out of bounds to save time. We got up there and clocked it twice. Yeah. It's crazy shit.
It was the whole... It was only 2 plays, right? It was just the 2 chunk plays?
No, we got the first play got us up to, like, the 48 or whatever it was, and then the second play was an incomplete.
That's right.
And then the third one was the second Devontae catch that got us in the range.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean... And people were like, prevent defense. Oh, prevent defense is so bad. And it's like, you weren't watching if you thought that was prevent defense. Like, it was, they rushed forward. At some points, like, they didn't even have that many D-backs on the field. For one of them, they only had 5 D-backs. Like, they were clearly not playing prevent defense. They just have to guard the sidelines because Aaron Rodgers will literally pick you apart if you don't, like, just straight up guard the sidelines, which unfortunately leaves the middle open, but that's kind of the poison you have to pick. Like, Fred Warner was 2 inches away from deflecting the big Devontae catch. Like, that's just kind of what you gotta force. And, boy.
No, 49ers played a good game. Fun. Like,
they're clearly a good team.
Yeah.
Like, their running back situation fucking sucks. And as the owner of Elijah Mitchell and Trey Sermon, boy, I got a lot of stuff to consider, but... Yeah,
because Kyle Juszczyk should be your top running back.
Apparently Kyle Juszczyk is the feature back when Raheem Mostert gets hurt and Elijah Mitchell can't go for a week. But yeah, it's like clearly a good team, and the Packers prove that we're still a good team, and it's going to be a fun season. So,
absolutely,
a thriller in San Francisco. I don't know.
Thriller in something in San Francisco. A commotion in San Francisco. We'll get there. We can workshop it.
San Francisco motion.
We'll get there.
Yeah, okay.
But before we get there, we are going to get to News of the Week. I'm sorry, I don't know how to spell commotion in the planning deck. There with 2 M's.
Comption.
Huh. Okay.
Ooh. A disco in San Francisco.
Ooh. Okay.
That's cheating. I looked up words that rhyme with San Francisco.
Improv my ass.
From one writer to another, you don't give that away.
Don't give up the game.
You fake it.
We're all cheating. It's all lies. There's no such thing as creativity. Someone else made this up first.
If I don't...
No one made it up. I just looked up words that rhyme with San Francisco and then chose the creatively best one. So that requires something.
Any piece of my writing, any writing I'm even the most proud of, I'm at least Googling whatever word synonym like 5 times.
We could also add another word. The WIsco disco in San Francisco.
fucking brilliant.
I don't think WIsco is technically a word, but it applies here.
I am thrilled to be a part of this podcast with some of my best friends. This is amazing. It's also amazing that the SEC is now investigating Activision Blizzard over sexual misconduct and failure to notify shareholders of them in a timely fashion. Bobby Kotick has been subpoenaed by the feds.
I always love these because it's like the SEC lawsuits are so funny. They're like, I think we talked about it in a previous podcast where it's like, you didn't tell us that you were a bunch of predators. Like, that's illegal. You must, or like, you know, when the IRS has a section for illegally gained income, like you just rat on yourself. That's what you're legally supposed to do. Like, of course they fucking do.
You know, the SEC does not give a shit that you are sexually harassing employees. That's for the FBI and the state of California to deal with. The SEC is furious that you didn't tell them about it first. You should have asked. You should ask permission.
Yeah, it's insane.
The law is literally, we don't care about sexism and discrimination until it gets in the way of making money. Then it's the biggest fucking deal.
Yeah, pretty much. Until shareholders are affected, no crime was committed. Late stage capitalism, baby.
Fucking hell. This is gonna play out over the course of years, potentially, and I'm just eating popcorn the entire way. Holy shit.
I mean, it's just gonna be a class action lawsuit where all the affected employees each get like $1,200, and then Activision Blizzard either collapses because people don't want to invest in them, or they keep doing whatever the fuck they're doing. I am a pessimist.
That's fair. I feel like both state and federal level governments getting involved in this are escalating things a little beyond that, and I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to be hopeful that there are actual consequences. Yeah. The Nintendo Direct to air on September 23rd gave me plenty to be hopeful about. I'm going to fire off some highlights. Voice of Cards, The Isle of Dragon Roars is a Yoko Taro RPG card game. Plug it into my veins. I can't wait. I know killing that dragon's going to make things real bad for a lot of people, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Have you ever played card games before? I feel like that's not your forte.
I specifically remember you shitting on The Witcher for having Gwent as a feature.
I think the Witcher fandom got a little too big for its britches. I apologize, but Yu-Gi-Oh kid. Of course I have a soft spot for card games. Can't wait. Bring it on.
Yeah.
This game's gonna make me real sad, and I can't wait. Disco Elysium Final Cut, coming to Switch in October. Do any of us care about Disco Elysium? Or are we fine just missing this cultural moment?
It's supposed to be good. I don't know anything about it.
No.
I don't know anything about it, even that it was supposed to be good. I don't know if I know.
Fair.
What's Disco Elysium?
Give
me an elevator pitch.
It's like a game where choose your own adventure game, kind of Dungeons and Dragons style, even to where you are rolling dice to have actions be successful or fail. And it lets you play as a communist to a fascist and everything in between.
So it's just a political RPG?
Kind of.
The box art says, "What kind of cop are you?"
Oh boy.
It's a cop game? Disco Elysium, a detective RPG.
The main character, from my understanding, is a disaster first, a cop second.
I don't know what that means.
It means the game opens and the first thing you have to do is find the player character's gun and badge because he got so drunk the previous night that he lost them. Yeah.
Propaganda. He's cool.
Little
He
bit.
does cool shit.
The hard-boiled, drunk, abusive cop. Everyone's favorite. He's a racist. Hell yeah.
Those maniacs at Square Enix made a Final Fantasy kart racer. It's called Chocobo GP. I assume that's Grand Prix.
Grand Prix.
Grand Prix?
The X is silent.
Okay.
You can call it Grand Prix. I don't
Yeah,
care.
no, please. Actually, no, please do. Please continue to do that forever. I'm sure you'll face no consequences.
Leave some joy in our life.
This game looks incredibly joyful. I don't know if I'm going to buy a game that's like Mario Kart but different IP, but you know what? I hope people like it.
Guy who's only played Mario Kart. Getting a lot of Mario Kart vibes.
I mean, look at
Mario
that
Kart
trailer.
didn't invent racing games. It's just obviously the most accessible.
So, here's the thing, Andrew. We said this about that one fucking anime Breath of the Wild game. We were like, Breath of the Wild doesn't have, like, domain over all this IP. And then we looked at the trailer and we were like, that's just anime Breath of the Wild. It's literally 1-to-1. So,
I mean,
I feel like we might eat our words
Okay,
here.
that's fair.
I think I gotta send you guys the trailer now.
Oh boy, yeah, I think we're gonna get our righteous comeuppance pretty quick.
There you go.
All right, well you can go to the next one while
continue.
we eat fucking crow.
Oh, damn.
Oh, out the gate.
That was pretty quick. Yep.
Oh, shit. It is exactly the same. Oh, fuck.
The drift, the animations for when you're jumping and then the character does a cool trick or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, there's a fucking Lucky 2 or whatever that pulls you back onto the course if you fall off.
There's like Rainbow Road. It's just Rainbow Road.
They don't even like change the name. They're just like track name, Rainbow Road. I don't give a fuck. Like sue me.
Actually, we checked. You didn't copyright that one. You can't. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is. Crow has been eaten.
Immediately. The final Smash character will be announced on October 5th. Love commercials for commercials. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands looks like Super Mario Odyssey, but for Kirby, and comes out next spring. I'm down. I'm down to see a sentient kickball that's a baby eldritch horror go on a fun adventure. Yeah. Project Triangle Strategy is out March 4th. Also plug that into my veins. Nintendo 64 and somehow Sega Genesis games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online for more money, probably. There's a Castlevania Advance Collection. Deltarune Chapter 2 is on Switch now, and I cannot wait to play it. And then
Here we go.
fucking Mario franchise is ruined. They're taking one of the most beloved and iconic brands in the history of mankind and having Chris Pratt voice Mario. The Italian-American community is already up in an uproar. Just a fucking unmitigated disaster. Why the fuck would they do... I am at a loss for words for my level of contempt for this movie. However, Jack Black is voicing Bowser, and I look forward to it just sweeping the Oscars.
I can't tell how much of it is facetious, but like the Italian American community, I really hope does not claim Mario.
No, they do not.
Okay.
That was me being facetious.
I'm glad.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack Black as Bowser, Charlie Day as Luigi, Anna Taylor-Joy as Peach, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. Okay.
I think that's like a rock solid casting, actually. Like,
Toad doesn't talk, does he? Or am I wrong?
I think he does in
does.
some of them.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
He's a
he
voice
absolutely
actor?
talks, but like in the same way that like
No, I know.
most
I
of
thought
the
he would
characters
just go,
text bubble.
and then like it would be like
Yeah.
a bunch of words or some shit. I've never heard Toad's voice as he like speaks words.
And I think he talks.
Fair.
And then Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong.
Is Chris Pratt gonna put on a voice, or is Chris Pratt gonna be, "Hey, I'm Mario," just like fucking...
And same with
Pratt.
Charlie Day as Luigi. Like, are they gonna have him do the accent?
I think one of them should, and the other one shouldn't. One of them just goes full method and like fucking analyzes every hour of Mario content to get like the most accurate portrayal, and the other one's just like
Star
"Hey,
Lord."
Mario!" Like if Charlie Day is just Charlie Day, but yeah, Chris Pratt just goes fucking full method and lives as Mario for a year. Like,
I mean, with the fan animatics I've seen of Charlie Day as Luigi online already, I'm fine if they just lift clips of him from It's Always Sunny and animating Luigi to them. What's their spaghetti policy here?
how much cheese before a date? No cheese. No cheese. Any cheese is too much cheese. Yeah, there's some golden moments.
I guess mammals are coming back in
Black.
Splatoon 3. I don't know, what a weird franchise. And then Bayonetta 3 is real and coming in 2022.
Oh my god!
Really, this was the final one, and not the whole fucking Mario movie thing.
Andrew, the Mario movie is nothing compared to Bayonetta 3, okay?
I feel like this is a Bowsette situation again. All over.
How do I want to respond to that? I mean, yes, I will admit to being attracted to Bayonetta, the concept of Bayonetta.
The
But more-
concept of Bayonetta. What the hell is the concept of Bayonetta?
She's a symbol.
Yeah. Actually,
Oh,
yeah,
I-
nail on
I
the head
was-
there, Ryan. Yep.
I
no,
was joking,
Just the idea
but okay.
of Bayonetta is, rock solid.
Apparently. Oops.
A lot of other
Sorry.
people are too. Yeah.
I don't think the Bowsette was more of a one-to-one of like your bubble being very different from perhaps the like objective cultural mindset, but also just mine and Andrew's bubble at the very least.
That's fair.
So
My one hot take with the Bayonetta 3 trailer, which is brilliant, by the way. It opens with the army fighting a kaiju, just getting their shit rocked, and then Bayonetta showing up and just casually murdering it. Spectacular. Her hair isn't great in this one, in my opinion.
Oh no!
but
It's
Bayonetta was best girl.
it's that same fucking discourse from like the Horizon Zero Dawn trailer where they're like, "Why isn't Aloy pretty enough?"
No, okay,
Why
no,
isn't
that's
she,
not.
like-
That is not what I'm saying.
He's like, no, that's not me.
It's different. Bayonetta is a demon. It's not misogynistic because technically demons don't have gender. And
Bayonetta certified smoke show. Put it on my tombstone. But she, okay, and like this is working into a fan theory that like maybe the Bayonetta we saw in the trailer is an older version of a child version of Bayonetta that was displaced in time, so that this is her and that actual like 1 and 2 Bayonetta is getting her shit rocked somewhere, or maybe just having a lovely time with her girlfriend, maybe wife, I don't know. But yeah, I don't, my gut reaction to like, that's a child's haircut on an adult woman was, yeah, that was my gut reaction.
That's where the fan theory comes from. Like solely from the fact that her hair looks like a kid's haircut.
The same haircut that the child version of her had.
she couldn't have just
Oh,
gotten a haircut.
possibly, but also the voice actress for Bayonetta is different in the trailer than the rest of the games.
I feel like you could have just started there.
Okay.
No idea, man. Maybe it is all a conspiracy.
If we didn't nail it with the WIsco Disco in San Francisco, the Bayonetta conspiracy would have been up there for an episode title for me. The live-action Cowboy Bebop trailer is here. That looks like a really cool student film project.
It does look bad. It does look bad and weird. And I remember seeing like the principal photography and thinking like, this looks fine.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of anger on the internet saying that it didn't look good enough. I thought it looked fine. Holy shit. It does look like it was filmed on like a camcorder. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks off. It's very strange. Like the costuming, the behavior of the people in it, just the way the visuals look, it's very disconcerting.
And maybe it is off because the character Ed is supposedly in the series, but wasn't featured in that trailer at all, even though they are in the anime trailer. So like, maybe this is an edited version, but
Ed wasn't in the anime intro until they were introduced as a character, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Are there different versions with Cowboy Bebop? OP? Huh. All right, I'm going to have to dig into that in my own time. But, I don't know. Yeah. The fact that it seems like the direction of this project is going to be, we're going to do one-for-one live-action remake of Cowboy Bebop episodes, is the most disappointing version they could have done for me personally. I feel like live action, these characters, you can explore them more. You can use the affordances of a live action piece of media to tell different, compelling storylines in this format. If they're trying to do a shot-for-shot remake thing with live action, that's the least interesting way they could do this, to me. Which is what this trailer sets up.
Yeah. I mean, because at that point, just watch the anime. Why is this even being made if it's exactly the same?
Because they already have my money. Well, okay, Netflix actually does, literally already have my money. But I'm going to watch it.
I mean, I'm going to give it a shot.
No.
It's free, Andrew. Why wouldn't you watch it?
Well, I don't pay for my Netflix because I still have someone's password from years ago. So it is literally free for me.
You're paying in social capital, Andrew. From being a leech, you no longer have that person's respect. So yeah, that makes it not free. The only cost is your dignity.
I don't have any dignity.
I gave that up years ago.
Dignity? I haven't had that in 20 years.
I went cold turkey on dignity.
Andrew had dignity when he was 5. He was a fucking... That man was a man of mores. He knew his fucking line and he would never cross it.
I had scruples if I had anything. Yeah. And then it all changed.
He was straight Ned Stark in this bitch. And then the world went dark. 9/11 hit and Andrew just compromised on everything, man. You did say 20 years, which is a very specific amount of time.
That was 9/11.
9/11 really changed 5-year-old Andrew.
The thing is, I mean, I don't want to get into it again, but 9/11 was it wasn't just the world around me. 9/11 did change Andrew. I had a full understanding of what was going on. It fucked me up.
Yeah. It made you compromise on everything you held near and dear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
everything you previously thought was important in your life.
It was all black and white until I realized nothing in this world was anything but gray.
Has this been a superhero origin story yet?
what guy
9/11.
9/11.
gets radicalized by 9/11.
Something to that effect. Something like, oh, I'm a morally upstanding citizen. I believe in good in the justice process. Ha 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 ha. 9/11. I'm gonna have to take this into my own hands to
There were
protect.
people, yeah, there were members of the Jihad who were like,
Right.
all right, which one of y'all's coming with me to fucking go to the caves and like find Bin Laden? It's like, bro.
Or beat up Arab people on the street.
Well, yeah, most of them just
what it
stayed in
manifested
America
as.
and were racist, but then a couple of those racists decided to take their war back to the source.
Yeah. Oh my god. So if you call them superheroes, then yes.
I was thinking like a superhero comic.
I feel like
Make a
that's
comic about that.
I feel like that's probably been like one iteration of the Punisher. Instead
Oh,
of being
boy.
a cop that just kills people in the streets that he thinks are criminals, he's a soldier that just shoots Arabs that he thinks are terrorists.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of existing properties that tackled it. Superman, Spider-Man, Captain America, but no, like, I'm a superhero because of 9/11.
Didn't like I watched, this is stolen, but didn't like Doctor Doom? He was like a first responder.
Yep.
Because even like the villains in that time period were like, I'm evil, but I'm not like that evil. Like they for some reason had the villains chip in to like give it even more weight. Like the fact that like even the villains were like, what the fuck? 3,000 innocent people, that's so messed up, like says the guy who is just a literal terrorist who kills 10 times that many people all the time. Like,
I think Dr. Doom's thing is that he is just an extremist libertarian, where he literally believes the world would be a better place if he were in charge of everything. But
He's a fascist.
that's libertarian.
He's a fascist.
Libertarians love like massive governmental control of the entire planet.
or oh god, the term is blanking.
Fascist.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's a fascist. Yeah.
Sounds like a fascist.
His name is Ivan von Doom. I think he was some sort of like Eastern European royalty guy who got superpowers.
Yeah.
He's a meritocracy guy. He literally believes he's so much better than everybody else, he should be in charge of everything. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is 100% a meme, but we're going to put it in the meme corner and move on to it anyway. Ryan, do you remember that scene in Free Guy when the Avengers and Disney and Star Wars stuff pops up in a fight?
Yeah.
People have been dunking on that on Twitter.
Oh, now everyone thinks it's lame?
Yes, I think.
I thought it was lame in the movie theater.
Right.
But then we looked at the reviews and we were like, oh, it's getting like pretty positive reviews.
Is it like now on streaming or something? Because yeah, just like in the last 2 days, it's been everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The buff Ryan Reynolds and whatever the fuck was going on there. I never saw the movie, but I got the lowdown from you guys.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, everyone has kind of come together to drag that sequence in particular.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it. I've been off social media.
Good for you.
I just missed it.
No social media in Denver. None of it.
Yeah. They don't have the internet there. It's a bit of an Amish community.
They have weed there. They can't be on the internet.
Yeah.
It hits way better because of the altitude. I bet. Okay, we are moving into the breakouts. And Andrew is going to tell us about Deathloop / Ghost of Tsushima.
Well, I'm playing both at the same time.
Fun.
Because I started playing Ghost of Tsushima like 3 days before I bought Deathloop. I'm kind of trying to decide if I need to just stick to one, finish it, and then go back to the other. But Ghost of Tsushima is just fun. It's a good time. It's a beautiful game with really good fighting mechanics and some interesting characters. The themes are pretty linear because the idea of like everything that's going on is basically like war and conflict bring out the worst in people and make them compromise their values. Like that's kind of the whole idea. But like there's a lot of really good side quests that you do where you have like fun character interactions and you learn cool things and you just, see really cool areas of the map. Then you come back and it's always like, ah, man, war, am I right? Pretty bad. I mean, but that's not really like I don't know, it still feels meaningful every time, but yeah, it is done a lot, where like that's the whole thing. And then also, one thing that I didn't like was, in the first act, you have to gain like 4 people, like specific people in the story need to like join your group to go on this mission to save your uncle, the head of the samurai who's being held captive. And the first 3 of them, like these characters are really interesting, but it's just one mission. Like you do this mission with them and then they're like, all right, I'll join your team. Arnold Schwarzenegger hand clasp thing basically. And then this other one is just an old man who's like, I'm a bitter old samurai. 6 fucking missions. 6 missions to get this samurai whose whole thing is like, I shoot the bow good on your team. And he wasn't interesting at all. He's just like, my old student has joined the Mongols, and that pisses me off. I'm old and grumpy. And then the other people are like, oh, I'm the female leader of this warrior clan. All of my women were slaughtered in the like opening day massacre, and I'm the only one left. Like the tradition of like female warrior, not samurai, but like adjacent in Tsushima, dies with me now. And that's fucked. And she just got one mission, and that was it. Like, oh, that's like a really interesting story to tell. And then this other one's about this blacksmith who was like traumatized because he was captured and beaten and suffers from severe PTSD. And you just rescue him and say, can you make me some tools? And he's like, yeah, cool. And then that's the end of it. Like, oh, I couldn't have dealt with that at all. But 6 missions for old sniper guy.
I mean, is he overpowered? Is he like picking dudes off as you're working your way through an encampment or something?
Not really. You just shoot the bow next to him.
Huh.
Really not interesting missions. But the rest of them were great, and I really wish there was more of them.
Seems like they're just pound for pound packing in the samurai movie tropes.
Yeah. I am having a lot of fun playing the game, though. Deathloop, I have not played nearly as much as Ghost of Tsushima. It is a lot of fun, though. Like, shit. Like, all the things people are saying about it, like, it's true. Like, it's just really fun, good mechanics. There's so many different choices you can make. The characters and the voice acting is awesome. The PS5 controller is, like, it's just a next level thing. It works so well with this game. So, I highly suggest that you guys get an Andrew library card and play this game when I'm done.
You've got 3 PS5 owners in LA that'll probably love to rent the game for a few bucks.
What button is the dedicated kick button in Deathloop?
It's just like pressing down the right stick. It's melee.
Okay.
But you can like bring out an actual melee weapon, and then like kill people with your melee weapon, or you can like press down the right stick and just kick people.
Kicking seems like the most effective option.
I feel like any
That's
game,
the
any game that has like a decent kicking mechanic, you just gotta keep kicking.
Yeah.
Dying Light was like that. I remember the old Funhouse videos where they played Might and Magic or whatever the fuck it was called. Yeah, kicking was the only viable weapon.
I just kept kicking and it just kept working.
Kicking?
It's me playing Pokemon Gold for the first time, just fucking leveling up my Chikorita, like literally just powering through every single gym in the game with one Pokemon until I beat the Elite Four with one level 83 Meganium. Yeah. You don't realize you're supposed to do other shit when a tactic that you discover just keeps working.
This flower dinosaur is just wrecking shop. Why would I get in the way of that?
I literally one-hit most enemies, and it's got more HP than God. I don't... What's the point of any other Pokemon other than to fly me around?
I've got to finally put pen to paper and start organizing, like maybe the remakes, maybe a playthrough Nuzlocke of Heart Gold or Soul Silver with this crowd. That'd be a fun Patreon exclusive.
Oh, we're playing?
I think so.
Damn.
I've never played. I did play one Pokemon game. I never finished it
That's fair.
on my
Played.
GameCube.
Oh.
Could play Poke MMO. That
Ooh.
shit still exists. That was fun for a while in college.
I imagine it's a thriving sub-community. I hope.
Assuming it still is allowed to exist.
Nintendo didn't burn it off the face of the earth.
Yeah, so we got our own open world Pokemon game in the making now. So let's shutter this down.
I want to go back to something in the meme corner. I know you guys probably got breakouts. Did you guys see the Elon Musk thing with his kid's name?
I saw he and Grimes are no longer
splitting.
together.
Yeah, no. So there's that. Elon Musk was at an event a couple days ago, and a reporter asked him basically like, "Oh, how is I don't want to pull."
Ash.
Yeah,
Ash is the lame pronunciation.
right. No, but like how is, and then he said the name like AEX like 12 blah 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 blah, and Elon said, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Your kid." He's like, "Oh shit, that sounds like a password to something." It's like you fucking named him this monstrosity of a name, and now you're dunking on him for it.
They had to change it because you can't have numbers in California legally. But yeah, it is still like fucking dumb shit, and they pronounce it Ash.
Elon forgot his kid's name.
How old do you have to be in California to legally change your name?
Probably have to be 18.
Fuck, that's a rough start to life.
It's gonna be rough being Elon Musk's kid, no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't know how much worse it's gonna get with a weird name.
You could hide it better, at least, you know?
His last name is still gonna be Musk, right? Like,
Okay.
Ash Musk.
that is Ash Musk.
No, I'm not from the South African Musk family. I'm from the Wyoming Musk family. Yeah.
I'm an Albany man.
Yeah. Why do you go to this elite private school, random Musk family from upstate New York?
Scholarship for tennis?
Why are your tennis scholarship applications, why do they have a bunch of photoshops of you playing tennis?
Really bad ones. Like, it almost looks like you photoshopped tape over top of the square photo of your head on a tennis player's body.
You did the OG Photoshop thing where you took a school photo, a little mini one, cut it out, pasted it over a tennis player's body, and then photocopied it to like remove that evidence.
Okay, Ash and alphanumerics, you have to make a decision right now. Do you keep expending an untold amount of effort to keep this lie going? Or do you comp to being Elon Musk's kid? I mean, really, the photos are more of an artistic direction. I felt like they better captured the spirit of not only me as a person, but my brand of tennis style.
Ash, you have a choice. You can either weave a ever more tangled web of lies to the staff and students at this fine educational institution, or you can comp to being the son of the guy who called that random rescue diver a pedophile. What's your fucking choice?
A lot of emerald rings you got on, Ash. Where did those come from?
Ash, why do you always insist on like delineating between PayPal and Venmo? Like, you really... That's like a big bugaboo with you. I don't know what's going on.
See, you've got the gas-powered Tesla, the one that won't explode on impact. Any particular place you got that one?
Gas-powered Tesla.
I just realized there is a non-zero chance that kid already has a chip in his head.
Oh yeah, the Neuralink or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I think Musk would have it first. I think he's that type of fucker. The minute that someone's like, it's okay to put this in a human brain, he's gonna be like, well, it's me, baby.
No, no. Like, Musk is definitely the type of guy that would experiment on people in secret first to make sure that it won't, like, scramble his brain. And then do it.
Scramble. I think he wants to fucking go down as that fucking pioneer, like, in such a weird way that would be like perfect for him. Just immortalized as like his brain just fucking turns into mush. But
okay, guys, if this kills me, make it look like I was trying to escape the weight of my own artistic genius. Okay, cool.
If this kills me, publish all of these ghost-written journal entries that make me look super fucking cool.
If I die, post all these memes that I stole from people on the internet.
Yeah. If I die, tell Joe Rogan I love him.
If I die, tell Grimes to take me back.
Yeah, he's probably got a clone.
Yeah.
He's got a clone somewhere ready to go.
Robo Musk.
I want them to inspect my brain just like they did Einstein, okay?
Yeah, publish this press release that says his brain was so weird and cool. We looked at it and we were like, wow, this guy must have been really smart.
We looked at his brain. It's super fucking weird. He stuck a USB drive in it.
Yeah, and not like scientifically either. Like, it looks like a real homemade type job. He just... Yeah.
Oh, fuck. We do have some breakouts to get back to, and we will do that right after this short break.
Sorry, I was playing hold music. I don't know if that's whatever.
No, I like it. I'm keeping that in.
Oh boy.
Ryan, you check out any media while you were in Denver or before going there?
I started watching the other two. I subscribed to HBO Max because they did this weird thing where they're ad-free. It's expired, by the way, so this isn't an ad.
Oh.
The ad-free version of HBO Max was like $2.50 cheaper than the ad version because they took themselves off of, like, you know that weird thing with Amazon Prime where you could like subscribe to other services within Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
So HBO like took themselves off that shit because they were like, we don't want anything to do with that anymore. So in order to offset potential losses, they were like, what if we just cut the price of the ad-free version in half for like a month? That'd do it, right? Like, it's a digital product. If we charge a cent, we're going to make a profit.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever bullshit. So they did that, and I was like, okay, cool. So now I've got HBO shows to kind of catch up on that I've been like, I don't really have access to the legit versions, so don't really want to. So yeah, other two, it's kind of an interesting show. It's funny at moments. It didn't like hook me. The premise is a 13-year-old becomes a pop sensation kind of overnight, and his adult, like about to turn 30-year-old siblings who kind of didn't really turn out in life are now forced to reckon with the fact that their brother, who's like less than half their age, is a world sensation, and just all that comes with that. And it's got heart, and it's kind of fun, but I don't know. I'm gonna probably just keep watching it because it's a comedy, and my bar for comedies are a lot lower than dramas. I can just blaze right through them. So yeah.
Are any of the siblings trying to cash in on it?
Yeah, they've come around. We're like to episode 6. They're not like trying to. It's more just that they're like kind of forced to. Like, one is a struggling actor in New York who booked his first commercial gig, which is guy who smells a fart. Like, and that's like his first gig in a long time. And so yeah, he's like he my first laugh out loud moment in the show is when Chase Dreams, the 13-year-old brother, makes his second ever music video, which is My Brother's Gay, and it's just really funny. I think it's like parodying like the Macklemore type gay activism. It's a pretty fucking golden song, but then yeah, he instantly becomes like a celebrity off of that, like an Insta celebrity, and has to like, you know, kind of parlay that as best as he can. And then the other one is a washed up ex-dance phenom who was going to be like the next big thing, but then had, you know, like her career just kind of got derailed. Yeah. So now she's just a bum, basically. Like, she just literally doesn't do anything. And she's now his assistant. So,
oh boy. Yeah.
They're both starting to warm to the fact that this is kind of their ticket.
I remember reading, and this show reminds me of this real world thing, that when John Lennon's absent father found out that John Lennon was John Lennon, he immediately recorded and released an album. And like, holy shit, John Lennon is a piece of shit, but his dad is an even bigger piece of shit. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Chase Dreams' mom has already released a children's book called like Dolphin Dreams, about a 13-year-old dolphin who recorded a video and put it on YouTube and then became like a sensation and then started a pop singing career. Like, just but it's all like organized by like the label and like the management around Chase Dreams. It's got a lot to say about like the exploitation of like teenagers in the entertainment industry. Yeah,
I'm sure. And then like, do you think it hits any different for us who were like ground zero on Justin Bieber's rise? Because it seems like the show is lifting from that kind of newer phenomena.
Yeah, it's definitely taking a lot from that type of vibe, but everyone's like somewhat incompetent, but it's kind of fun. Wanda Sykes plays like his like business manager. And in the My Brother's Gay episode, she has like multiple freakouts and celebrations based on like the most recent news about the music video. Like, it starts like, it's blowing up, it's got so many views, we love it, like, we're gonna keep it up. And then, you know, some like the New Yorker publishes a think piece about like, this type of activism, I don't really know. And she's just like, take it down, blow it up, like, mission failed, we'll get him next time. Like, and then, you know, someone else gets positive press and she's like, woo, like celebrating. And then I don't remember, there's another thing that like, oh, some gay activist is like really raising a stink, like, we gotta take it down, so sorry about that. And then in the end, like, it's just accepted by like gay culture as camp. And she's like, we're camp, we did it. We're always gonna be a mockery, but at least we'll be celebrated. Like, yeah. So it's kind of fun, but in general, I don't know. it doesn't have too much to say other than, boy, we lived in a fucked up world.
Cool.
So that's what I've been checking out. And What We Do in the Shadows. I don't know if that's group chat or breakouts.
You already brought it up. Have you seen the most recent episode?
I did, yeah.
When Sean starts giving his hostage situation pyramid scheme pitch, and even Colin Robinson is like, can we go back to talking about your buddy who got fired? Guys, we should really keep going with this board. Yeah, that was delightful.
Yeah, I wondered what was up because Colin Robinson's mojo wasn't working. Like, it'd been like a few people that he'd clearly tried to drain, and they all just kind of shook him off, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? But it's because they're at the ultimate drain. They're at a disguised MLM pitch. Like, Jesus Christ. It was too good.
Andrew, the setup for the B-plot of this episode was that, Laszlo the vampire's friend, human friend Shawnee, bought thousands of, not my pillows, guy pillows designed for men. And it's
legally. They're legally only allowed to be used by men. That's binding.
And is taking a small claims court by the pyramid scheme because he can't pay them back.
And he can't sell any of them. So why don't you just buy like 25 of them, and you can sell the extra to your dumb friends? Like, he just... it's giving away the game. And Colin Robinson, energy vampire, the guy who just like literally feasts off of this type of thing, is he actually like perturbed by like he's just like, fucking what are we doing? This is the worst thing ever. And he tries so many different tactics. Like, he starts with like just a soft pitch of like, oh, my back issues have been like really sorted out. Yeah, I got this cool pillow. I don't even know what it's called. Let me go check it out for you guys. Like, and then it eventually comes to like he's just like pathetic. Like, he's just basically begging. Like, yeah. And we find out that the reason that Laszlo loves Sean so much is that he just wants to fuck him.
Oh, damn.
As with everything, Laszlo just wants to fuck. Like, that's the only reason he's endeared to Sean.
Damn.
So that's pretty great.
And then the A-plot is Guillermo trying to evil advisor his way into being ahead of the vampires without being a vampire, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. His motivations are a little vague, but he is having a blast trying to get there.
He's trying to worm tongue his way into being the head of the Vampiric Council, in spite of the fact that he is not a vampire and he's actually a vampire murderer. Like, he consistently kills vampires. So that's fun. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with Christian Schall's character. I'm over it. I'm hoping that they kind of phase her out.
Yeah.
But I'm imagining it's going to be the season arc because they probably pretty much wrapped production before it even premiered.
This is the show really hasn't had like regular B characters,
right?
Like this season is. Sean, I think, still works because
Sean's fun.
That's a guy everybody knows. Like, you've dealt with that man before, but no, Kristen Schaal is, I love her, terrific, but the character not.
I can never understand what she's saying. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's just like a practice thing or it's like intentional, like, but all the other vampires have accents and like weird vocal patterns, and I can understand them. She's like literally most of the time I'm just like, I wish I had captions on. Like, I don't even know what she's saying right now.
It sounds like she's talking through fake vampire teeth.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I don't know if that's just intentional or what, but yeah, it's weird.
Also, I knew this joke was going to happen the moment they set it up. But there's one joke where, this vampire's on trial, and he's just a guy who was accidentally turned into a vampire. Nobody told him the ropes or anything, so he just doesn't know. He's just a dude who's in a weird situation, doesn't really know what's up. But then it's like, you have this unlicensed hellhound, and you're gonna burn for that. And then at the end of the episode, the giant metal crate the hellhound is in, they open it up. He's just a golden retriever. He's just a good boy.
He's just a good boy. He just wants pats.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think for Nadja, it's his style. The reason that she wants to give him the death sentence is definitely because he's fucking tacky.
He's just wearing a pirate shirt.
So, it was a goodie. This season's been fucking great.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. And yeah, I agree. It's been a bit of a different direction. They've had a lot of recurring kind of side characters that they never really used to go to as often. It was more like guest of the week type structure.
Yeah.
But I've been here for it. It's been top tier.
Hell yeah. I'm still playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. I am past the time skip in this game now, in the second half of it. Full on dedicated to overthrowing the church now. And yeah, very clear that this game now is more interested in like the optics of that kind of revolution than really exploring like what goes into that, how people react to it. There's just kind of a throwaway line of dialogue that's something to the effect of, yeah, so we killed all the leaders of the noble houses within our empire who disagreed with this revolution, and then had members of those families who do agree with us take over, including some of the main characters' parents. And like, that's never really, they don't ever take too much issue with that.
Killed my dad.
Straight up.
Because he was a libertarian. I'm fine with it.
But yeah, it's, I mean, on some level, it's cathartic that this game is just kind of, yeah, we're not gonna let the Pope girl boss her way all over us anymore. We're third wave intersectional feminism, baby. Like, that's nice. That's a treat for me, but I don't know. I just wish this game would explore its politics a little bit more. And yeah. Also, I really need to finish it because that fucking Nintendo Direct, there are like 5 games coming out in a month that I have to play.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Fun.
Is there anything else we have to talk about in the group chat?
I think we did most of our group chatting at the top. A little bit of Packers action.
No. It's easy when it's fresh like this.
Yeah.
Do I just say in the fantasy football group chat, accepting offers for Christian McCaffrey?
Oh, are you?
I mean,
He's not going on IR.
He's probably week to week.
Yeah, like it might only be like 2-3 weeks.
I don't want to talk you out of it when I could just take advantage of you. But...
Hey, Rondale Moore had a down week, but I think that's fair value.
Yeah, look, I don't know. Elijah Mitchell will be back next week, probably. That's it. He'll probably be faster than McCaffrey. He's a starter.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I did it last year.
Yeah.
I made the trade. I bought low on McCaffrey when he was badly injured and was like, haha, he'll be ready in time for the playoffs. As long as I make it to the playoffs, I'll be good. And then he played one game, blew up again, and then got hurt again, and then I still won the championship, so I don't know. I don't know what the lesson is here. And I don't think Ian did much for his end of the trade either, so I don't fucking know, man.
Andrew, what went into you making a trade with Ian when you two were playing against each other this week?
That was pretty great.
Yeah. Just we thought we had uniquely positioned rosters to like make a trade with the other person. And
it's just like neck and neck, and
yeah,
by and large, the pieces of the trade weren't really very effective.
Cooper Kupp.
Oh, Cooper Kupp blew up. That's right. Yeah. Hawkinson and Mixon.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah, Mixon had a bad game and Hawkinson had a dud. But yeah, it was just my theory on it was if we wait till next week, we're just gonna have to start from square one and then like argue over the value of these people over and over again after we like finally reached an agreement on like where these players should be positioned for the rest of the season, and then made the trade based on that. And then I was like, I don't like if you don't want to make a trade, like that's fine, but like if we're going to make a trade with each other, we can't just start again on Tuesday because everything's going to be completely different. And actually, It didn't turn out to be that much different, other than Hawkinson having a bad game. But and then Ian's like, "Yeah, you're right. Actually, let's get it done."
There you go.
Cool.
And the Buccaneers fucking lost, so
Yeah.
he can get off his Buccaneers are going undefeated shtick, which is fun. The only remaining undefeated teams are all teams that, by and large, except for the Rams, weren't supposed to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's fun. What?
Did you guys see the play where the Jags tried to do a flea flicker and then threw a pick six?
I did not
see that either.
I watched very little football. It sounds fun.
I saw it going around online, and it was mostly being promoted by people who just don't care for Urban Meyer, so that was great.
The Jaguars last season won their first game, I think, against the Texans, and then said, we're not satisfied with 1-0, and since then they have lost 18 straight games.
Yeah. And this morning, first thing this morning, the Jags traded their first round pick from last year, 9th overall pick cornerback, CJ Henderson, who was touted as a very, very good prospect. Like, that was not like a head scratcher of a pick. And then Urban Meyer said, like, early on in training camp that he's on the trading block. He just didn't like him for one reason or another. Something about him as a person or his character or whatever, or his playing style he didn't like. It made it very clear, we are going to trade last year's top 10 pick. And they got a 3rd rounder and a tight end.
Yeah.
Dan Arnold. Listen, I don't know what Urban Meyer sounds like, so I'm not going to do a voice. Listen, gang, this doesn't strike me as a guy who might beat his wife, so he can't be a part of my organization.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
It's a nightmare. Was that the original trade, by the way? Hawkinson and Kupp for Mixon, or was it Hawkinson and Kupp for Carson?
No, that was the original. That was Ian's original trade proposal.
That was the one where I was like, ooh, you should probably take that. Like, I remember when you first were going through, I was like, oh, that's bullshit. And I'm like, wait, what? That one might actually be one that you should go for.
Yeah, because then we worked it around, and he came back yesterday and said, new trade proposal, Mixon for Hawkinson and Terry McLaurin. And I said, I don't really like the value of that one quite as much. Like, I'd do Carson for Hawkinson and McLaurin. He's like, I'm not really very high on Carson. And I said, okay, well then, let's go back to your original suggestion with Mixon for Kupp and Hawkinson. And Ian was like, maybe, like, give me a couple days. And I was like, well, let's just do it now or nothing. He's like, okay. I was happy with it.
Well, pending the outcome of your guys' game, I've got a chance to once again be the second scorer and lose to the first scorer. So that's fun. Fantasy football, man. It's a fucking nightmare. I started Kareem Hunt last week and he sucked. And then this week I was like, haha, can't fool me twice. Tyson Williams for me. That's a reliable 10 points right there. Then he fucking drops 2 points while Kareem Hunt goes off for 25. And I'm like, I want to fucking kill myself. Wouldn't have made a difference because I played a god team. But yeah, it was fun.
That's what we try to do on this podcast. Have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah. I think we succeeded on episode 158, the WIsco Disco in San Francisco. And if you had fun, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, etc. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for highlight clips. Email us your questions, business opportunities, voluntaryviewing@gmail.com. Support us on Patreon or directly through the Anchor Podcast platform. If you do go on Patreon, though, you'll join the likes of the terrific Tiffany Cole, Sucky Badger, and Sensual Richard Nixon. Follow us on Twitter for updates at V2_podcast. Check out the ActBlue link in the description to help some great progressive causes. And follow me at Lucas DeRuyter on Twitter to keep up with all of my writing. Brand new week ahead of us, everyone. Already through Monday. Doing great so far. Good luck with the rest of it.